Ladies and gents, welcome back to the very last show of the 2014 calendar. Today we'll be checking out the Order 1866 and Battlefield Hardline. Rob Forbes puts Dragon Age to the test, drive through GTA 5 with Joe Crann, and lastly get the verdict on the PlayStation 4 console with Stephanie B. The up-and-coming single-player action-adventure game from Sony will be coming exclusively to the PlayStation 4 next year.
Hollow victories on the streets of London. The hidden enemy readies our defeat.
Set for a February launch, the Order 1866 is set in an alternate London where knights keep the world safe from half-breeded monsters, half animals and half men. The game has been in the works since 2010, so Ready at Dawn, the development studio, have put a fair amount of work into the game. The same team is responsible for the likes of God of War Chains of Olympus and Ghosts of Sparta on PSP, but also the Gods of War Origin collections on PlayStation 3. Interestingly, all of the games that Ready at Dawn have released have all scored higher than an 84 on Metacritic, which can only mean good things for the game. The game has been heavily influenced by Uncharted 2 among thieves, so gamers who enjoyed that will likely get a kick out of the Order 1866. Additionally, the game will only have a single player mode and will be running at a constant 30 frames per second, which isn't ideal, but it seems to be becoming a norm. As we get closer to the release, more info is likely to surface, but until then, we can only wait and see. The next Battlefield giant will soon be coming to console and PC in the new year.
All units, we have confirmation that a 211 is underway.
Your charge is good! Go, go, go!
Suspects are moving with the package. Take them down.
Set for a 17th of March release, DICE first pushed the release date from last year because they wanted to make sure that the game was awesome. We are rather glad they did, because Battlefield 4 has been receiving a fair amount of negative feedback. The new Frostbite 3 engine will play host to a bunch of new game modes like Heist, Blood Money, Hotwire mode and Rescue. These are relatively new modes, but some of them still have that old school feel of multiplayer modes that gamers will know and love. Interestingly, Hardline moves away from the war-centric Battlefield and has moved into the streets as players take on a war on crime. Players will play part of a special response unit or criminals and have access to some awesome new weapons and tools, including the likes of tasers. Levolution is also back from Battlefield 4, which will bring buildings and structures down on the map as you progress, and Visceral Games have promised that the single-player campaign will not be entirely linear and promise to deliver better ones than previous games. Don't forget to check out our LEGO and Assassin's Creed Unity competitions that are still running and will be closing up next week.
Hey, what's up? It's Rob Forbes from 5FM, chilling with Rob Clegg from Telkom Gaming, and today we're playing the new Dragon Age Inquisition. Human, elf, dwarf, Binary, a race of horned giants who follow a strict religious text known as the Point. No, damn art. Elf. Rogue, dual wielding, no, never been my style. Rogue archer, sneaky and crap. Two-handed warrior, I like smashing people in the face. Weapon and shield. What are we going to go with?
I think normal would be
normal.
a good start.
Okay. I must admit, I'm looking forward to this one. It's been a while since, as Rob says, the second Dragon Age was horrible. The first one was brilliant. Fingers crossed this is going to be great.
Yeah.
Is that me?
That's
I
probably you.
assume so.
I think you're going to be doing a character customization now.
Oh.
There you go.
You go this guy.
Oh, you can go there. So you can customize it as well if you want.
Test voice.
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
You're a cheapskate. I don't know if I like you. Go with the creepy blue eyes. Her. Wow, that's pretty. Oh my, you're a beetle. Skrillex. Yes, we're playing Skrillex. Accept done. I'm happy. Name your character. X rename.
Okay, so you're calling him Skrillex.
Looks like Skrillex.
Skrillex the elf.
Skrillex the elf. It's always the spiders.
Oh, that seems just like we do.
Help me, glowing light person.
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now. The Conclave is destroyed. Everyone who attended is dead. Except for you.
I hope there's at least an option for the people who want to be badass to have a badass party.
Yeah.
Because some of these games, you know, if you want to act like a then everyone just hates you.
Kind of like real life. It's a long intro.
It is a long intro.
There will be a trial. I can promise no more. Come. It is not far.
Where are you taking me?
So the intro is quite long and there's a lot of talking at the moment, and so far I've done nothing but pick responses to conversations. Finally, after 10 minutes, we get to do something.
Wow, the game looks good, eh?
It does look good.
Michael, it's the end of the world.
Great. I'll keep going the direction you came from.
Yeah. We keep heading towards the end of the world. I'm not a big fan of your character. Like, yours. Skrillex looks a bit wimpy.
He does look a bit wimpy. Whoa! Oh god. Here we go. What makes you think the next exploding is full of monsters? There we go. That is ugly. Oh, there's another one coming I'm going to have to deal with. Big staff.
There's a staff there for you to access.
Ooh. A little less wimpy now.
A little less wimpy.
Press right trigger to attack. Kick his ass.
That's really fancy stuff. Are you just holding down the trigger?
I'm just holding down the trigger.
A to loot.
I can loot you. Take all. I have a helmet. Press and select inventory to examine your hero. Put this on top of my head. Now I look really, really stupid. Oh god, you look like an idiot. God. Worst hat ever. Don't pick up that hat.
Yeah, friendly bit of advice. Just leave that hat there.
Just leave the hat right there. Shoot straight. There we go. Don't weaken me. How dare you? Die! I'm almost going to need... Oh! My lighting is a Mass Effect.
A Mass Effect? Really?
Well, AoE.
Very temperate, rogue, storyteller, occasionally
And porn star.
How? You won't survive long enough to reach the
God, there's a lot of cutscenes in this.
We must get
Yeah, you need to be involved in the story.
They really have gone for the try and play a film vibe.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, at the end of the day, I mean, it is BioWare, and BioWare are known for making really deep, involving sort of games. So I mean, if you can just get into the storyline from the beginning, it's going to be awesome.
I'll tell you what, you end up making a lot of dialogue choices being a simply because you want to hurry things along. Oh, damn, son.
No, he's not a fan of having that closed.
You are getting some of my lightning treatment.
He's chill.
He's immune to my fire.
I think he's immune to everything. You need to go and disrupt the rift so he stops the immunity stuff.
No, can't do that.
Just look up on the camera. I'm sure I saw it. There you go. There you go. Oh, maybe you can attack him again. Oh, cool looking whip. There we go.
Run away! Okay, would someone get those two off me, please? I'm trying to disrupt the rift here. Oh, for f***'s sake. Just die. Okay, now he's paralyzed. Now I can get some rift action here.
Now you can just wreck him with all of your things. You need I think you can just slug it out. You almost got it. His hit points in the top right there.
That's it for the rift. I think we got it. I think we made it.
Yeah!
Now, seal the rift.
I'll seal the rift. We made it! We lived!
Only just.
So far, I won't lie, it looks super awesome. Apparently there's more than 180 hours of gameplay to get through. And as you can see, we've been playing this game for about an hour and a half now, and we've barely scratched the surface. So I'm looking forward to sitting down, maybe over the whole holiday period, and sinking teeth properly into this. You can build huge parties and seemingly have a lot of fun. Dragon Age, the new one, Inquisition. Looks good.
Joe Crann managed to get his hands on GTA 5, so let's hear what he has to say about the game.
This week, well I say this week, for the past few weeks, I've been playing GTA 5. I did think when I played it when it originally came out that it was the greatest computer game ever made. I was wrong, because this is now on next gen. It's a completely different level of game. I mean, just the way it looks. I mean, the beauty of the game. I mean, you look at the sunsets and the stars and all the things that you like about GTA. Being able to go murder someone on a cliff face and look up at the stars. I mean, what more could you want with your life? But no, the game's been a lot of fun to play. I mean, I've been playing GTA since it was like Bird's Eye, when it was back in that, like GTA 1, the Grand Theft Auto London as well. So I've been playing them since I was a kid, since before I was 18, when I probably shouldn't have been doing. But obviously played San Andreas, Vice City, all the ones that I've gotten through. And this one really, when I played GTA 5, I actually played it with my girlfriend, and we went and got the game. I don't think we left the house for about 6 days. Genuinely, we played the game through. Like, I think we completed it in 2 weeks. We finished the whole thing. Bear in mind, we both have full-time jobs, so that's quite a feat. So when we'd finished that game and it was completed, and then I heard it was coming out on next gen, and I was like, well, should I get it again? I should probably get it again. So I have completed the game once. I've done it on my old console. Now I'm doing it on next gen, and it's just as much fun, if not more fun. I mean, there's a few added little bits to the game. Like I say, the graphics have changed a little bit. There's a first-person shooter mode now on it, which is cool. Not so much when they're driving. If you try first person when you're driving, you need a bucket at the side here, because it gets a little bit hectic. But in general, it's just it's a really fun game to play, and I think that anyone, if you're over the age of 18, should be able to play this game and really enjoy it. Yeah, I mean, the characters on the game are brilliant. I mean, you've obviously got this cool sort of new style gangster in his baggy jeans and his backwards caps and that sort. Then you've got your old school American proper gangster like Michael, who's obviously, he's wearing his suits, he's got his aviators on, that sort of thing. And then you've got Trevor, who is a psychopath. So the game really fits it together nicely, because you've got this nice storyline and a really nice mix of interlinking characters. The driving aspect on GTA 5, as has been with a lot of the GTA games, is fantastic. I like to think of myself as a professional Grand Theft Auto driver. If I drove that well in real life, I'd make a living out of it. But it's a really fun game to play driving-wise, and I think that's one thing that makes GTA so wide-reaching, because they haven't focused on one specific element of the game. There is so much there. So if you like the driving aspect, you can literally just drive around the city for hours. You could steal cars and do them up and paint them yourself and all that sort of stuff. So you've got a whole different world to delve into. If you want to just do the shooting, you can go sit in a firing range for, like a shooting range, for about 6 hours if you want to, and get your gun skills up. So there is so much there to work with and so much to do within the game. Downsides, probably the fact that I have to work. That's probably the biggest downside, is that I can't just sit and play it all day. Honestly, like, there's very few downsides to GTA 5. I think there's a few little buggy bits where if you want to move fast and you're in a house, you can't run, which is annoying if you're impatient. But I mean, that's nitpicking. I mean, there's not too much to worry about. I just think, like I say, I genuinely think it's probably the best, from my point of view, as someone who's not a hardcore gamer, like from someone who just likes to enjoy playing games, I think it's probably the best computer game I've ever played.
That's not all from Joe for this week. We sat him and Stephanie B down to get the verdict on the PlayStation 4 console.
We are chatting to you about the brand new PlayStation 4. This is actually the first time I have ever played on a PlayStation before, so my first experience of the PlayStation games and consoles was the 4, which I think is pretty rad as a first experience. I think it is amazing. I've had so much fun. I find it a lot easier to control, and the pads are so much lighter, and I just enjoy it and its look and everything about it in comparison to pretty much everything else that I've ever played on before. It might be my first time playing on a PlayStation, but I know you have had PlayStations pretty much your entire life.
Yeah, the first proper console I got when I was a kid was a PlayStation 1, the little boxy thing with the pads attached and stuff. There was no wireless back then.
Did they take discs, or was it like a?
No, it was still a disc. No, it's not like the old
Okay,
Mega Drive.
so it was around like a CD that you put in a thing.
Yeah, because they had the PlayStation and then they went to the PS1, which was like a slightly more round version of the PlayStation, just to make it a little bit smaller and a little bit lighter. But so yeah, I've been playing PlayStations for as long as I can remember, to be honest. And one of the things I do like about the PlayStation is the continuity there. I mean, obviously the console itself changes, but the pad has been pretty constant throughout. It's still, I mean, it's a lot heavier now. Sorry, a lot heavier. It was a lot heavier back then. Like you say, it's a lot lighter and a lot more manageable now. But the basic design of the pad stayed the same, so it's very easy to pick up if you haven't played it for a few years.
So the menu system on the PlayStation 4, I don't know about you, but I found it a lot easier to figure out than pretty much anything else.
Yeah.
It seems very intuitive. It seems very easy. If you could put it in the hands of a 4-year-old, I feel like they could figure it out. But even more than that, I feel like if I put it in the hands of my mom, she'd probably be able to figure it out as well, and she can barely work.
It might take a while, but she'd get
a TV remote, but she would figure it out, right? Yes. I think it's so easy. Like I say, if my mom can do it, then I think pretty much anybody can do it. I actually think I might try that out. I might give it to my mom and use that as
cool video.
As the ultimate test, is give my mom a PlayStation thing and see if she can work the menu system out. And if she can, then it gets 100 out of 100 for the rest of its life. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot less going on there. It's very simple. Like you say, it's intuitive. Like how you expect it to work is how it works 9 times out of 10. So it's very easy to pick up as someone who's never played on a PlayStation before. I mean, before the PS4, I hadn't played on a PlayStation properly for a long time. So the fact that I could turn it on and then go straight into the game, and it just sort of worked straight away, how I expected it to.
Has the menu system changed much since the first one versus now? Is it completely different?
Yeah, okay. It's changed a lot since then. The PS4's obviously since online's become a thing and stuff, so there's a lot more going on in the system menu, and obviously now there's image capture and all that sort of thing going on, where you can post live pictures, live videos online, which was never really a possibility back in the day.
But that being said, I haven't gotten lost yet, and that actually says a lot, because I tend to get lost in any menu system on anything, even on TVs and that kind of thing. So I think that's already a thumbs up. It doesn't take much time to load up a game or to think about anything. Everything is pretty instantaneous. If you push a button, it's there. There's no push a button, pause, wait, it's thinking, little spinny circle, oh wait, 2 seconds, okay, go make yourself a cup of coffee, come back and the game will be loaded. You push a button, the game's there, it's loaded, ready to happen.
I mean, the perfect one is the thing with GTA. I mean, I remember when it installed in GTA on our old console, on GTA 5. When that first came out, I mean, it was a situation where I think I had to install it about 7 days before I actually wanted to play it. I grew a beard in the time that it took to actually load the game. So this time, I mean, we got the game, put it in the PlayStation. I think we were playing in about 25 minutes.
But even the gameplay itself, a game so big or as big as GTA, where it's just an insane amount of stuff that goes into it. It's such a big world that you can play in, and everything's playable. You can fly, you can run, you can drive your Lamborghini into the mountains if you really want to. It's kind of crazy, but nothing happens. I remember maybe when we played it the first time on the older console.
It was a bit more of a load time.
Yes, and if you were driving your car into a mountain, or you had swum out into the ocean, or you'd gotten on a jetpack and flown out into outer space or whatever it was, not outer space, but you get the point. The game sort of maybe started doing this, and he would kind of run a little bit weirdly, or move a bit strangely, or there would be a bit of a lag. But we haven't experienced it at all.
The PS4 it's been pretty solid. I mean, on all the games we've been playing on it, it's been spot on. I mean,
and the other thing, it doesn't make noise.
Oh yeah, it's very
like
quiet.
Any of the other consoles.
It's
so quiet. Even when it's downloading content, even when it's loading a game up, it is the quietest console or anything that I've ever heard.
And the machine itself looks pretty as well, with the thin blue and white line down the middle. It just looks nice.
The PlayStation 4 I found pretty revolutionary, specifically when it comes to the media center. So I feel like the PlayStation 4 is almost going to make home PCs null and void for the average household. Obviously, if you want your own PC for your gaming setup, nothing is going to be able to come close to that. I suppose if you want to build your own computer, that's fine. But I'm talking about for the average home PC.
Yeah.
It kind of makes it null and void. I mean, if you've got an amazing TV at home, you've got your PlayStation 4, your internet's there, you've got absolutely everything, your Twitter, you can do everything from the PlayStation. You can watch DVDs on it, you can just store photos.
You can get your Blu-rays on it these days as well. Like it's a system that I mean, you're not going to probably be able to afford to buy a Blu-ray and a PlayStation 4, whereas now you don't need to bother, just get your PS4 and it's sorted. But it's a very, it's a nice sort of stepping stone on the way to being in a situation where we actually don't need anything else. I think there's going to come a stage where consoles do take over, and if you can do everything you want to do, I mean, you can get keyboards for your consoles these days. So, I mean, if you want to get your work done, if you want to do your emails, you can do it at ease. And like you say, if you've got a big TV like we got, then even with my crappy eyes, it's fine. I can still see what's going on.
I mean, can you imagine playing GTA 5, pausing the game, literally pushing the PlayStation button, going into the menu, go into the media center, quickly send an email, check your Twitter, check your Facebook, save a couple of things, photos, maybe attachments from your email, forward a couple of things, push the PlayStation button, go back into your game, play for half an hour, go back in. It's just without even moving, without even having to pick up a laptop or changing your seat or whatever it is. I think it's amazing.
It's because of how quick things are. I can bear in mind with what I do in terms of how much time I spend working. If I get a spare half an hour, I feel like I can turn it on and just have a go, have a quick little play on it. I can turn it, and because it doesn't take me 45 minutes to get on something, I feel I can just go on, play for 15-20 minutes and turn it off again. It's nice to have that kind of freedom, yeah.
Wham bam, thank you PlayStation 4.
Ladies and gents, and that's that for 2014. We'll see you early in the new year. May your internet be fast and plentiful. Cheers.